They called her mad because she spoke to the wind. But one day, the wind answered back and revealed a secret that would change the entire village forever. Do you believe the wind can hear you? No. I'm not asking if you can feel it. Anyone can feel the wind brush against their skin, lift the dust, whisper through the trees. I'm asking, do you believe it can listen? Because in a small village, hidden between tall Iroko trees and red earth paths, there lived a girl who believed exactly that. Her name was Amara. And they said she was strange. Every morning, before the sun rose fully into the sky, Amara would climb the hill just beyond the village. She would stand there, barefoot, her hair dancing wildly in the breeze, and she would speak. Not to a person. Not to herself. But to the wind. Good morning, she would whisper, smiling as if greeting an old friend. What news do you bring today? The villagers would watch from a distance, shaking their heads. That girl has lost her senses, they would murmur. She speaks to nothing. Even her mother was worried. Amara, she said one evening, her voice heavy with concern, you must stop this. People are beginning to talk. The wind cannot hear you. But Amara only smiled. It can, Mama, she said softly. You just have to listen closely. And so, every day, she returned to the hill. Seasons passed. The dry season came, and the wind carried dust across the land like a restless spirit. Then came the rains, and the wind roared like a drum in the sky. And one evening, everything changed. The sky was unusually dark that day. The air was heavy, as though holding its breath. Amara climbed her hill once more. You feel different today, she said, her voice uncertain. The wind stirred. Not gently, as it always had. But sharply. Violently. The trees bent. Leaves scattered. The earth trembled beneath her feet. And then, for the first time in her life, the wind spoke back. Not in words as we know them, but in a voice that echoed inside her mind, deep and ancient. Danger is coming. Amara froze. Her heart pounded like a drum in her chest. What do you mean? She whispered. The wind howled louder, circling her like a warning spirit. Water will rise. The river will not stay in its place. Her breath caught. The river. It had always been calm, gentle, harmless. But something in the wind's voice felt undeniable and real. Amara didn't wait. She ran. Down the hill. Through the narrow paths. Past the startled villagers who called after her. The river will flood, she shouted. We must leave, now. They laughed. Some mocked her. There she goes again, they said. Speaking nonsense. Even the elders dismissed her. The river has never betrayed us, one said firmly. Go home, child. But Amara didn't stop. She went from hut to hut, pleading, begging. Please, the wind told me. We must move to higher ground. Most ignored her. But a few, just a few, saw the fear in her eyes and chose to listen. That night, the sky broke open. Rain fell like it had never fallen before. Thunder roared. Lightning split the sky. And the river rose. Faster than anyone could have imagined. Water surged into the village, swallowing homes, carrying away everything in its path. Cries filled the air. Panic spread like wildfire. But on the hill, Amara stood with the few who had believed her. They were safe. Watching as the wind screamed through the storm, fierce and untamed. By morning, the village was no longer the same. What remained was silence, and the weight of realization. They found Amara standing quietly, her eyes fixed on the horizon. No one laughed anymore. No one called her strange. Instead, they whispered with awe. She hears the wind. From that day on, when the wind passed through the village, no one ignored it. They listened. Just as Amara had always done. And as for Amara, she still climbs the hill every morning. Still stands barefoot, her hair dancing in the breeze. Still smiles and whispers, "Good morning. What news do you bring today?" And the wind. The wind always answers, "Thank you for watching. Please show some love by hitting the like button, subscribe to join our growing family and turn on your notifications so you never miss the next story." To all my returning subscribers, your love keeps this channel glowing, and to all my new subscribers, I welcome you to a safe place for interesting African stories. I will see you in my next story. Bye for now.